So super, welcome Jan. We thank you all the way from Germany, and it's so great to have an international group of people sharing about this incredible, industry. So I want to start right from the beginning. What did you do before you started with Lifewave?
Thank you, first of all, Mandy, for having me here. I think it's always a great opportunity to share your own testimonials and your own story with people who would like to go on the journey with Lifewave and encourage them to see how well it can go and how fulfilling it is to give more health, more life quality to others. And in the same way, of course, also get a lot of materialized love of God backwards, so that really your energy is in a flow. You give, but you get back, and this is the perfect way it should be. Before I was with Lifewave, I already was in the network marketing industry for 10 years. I studied laws and economics and found out relatively quickly that means to work 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And this was not my idea of life. So I was thinking what I could do. And I was remembering that I had in my marketing studies a professor. He's called Professor Zacharias, and he was the only professor in Germany at that time who did a session about network marketing. And he was coming with a quote of Henry Ford: I prefer to earn 1% of 100 people instead of earning 100% of me, myself, and I. And I was just thinking, well, this is a good idea. Maybe with this, it's an option to work less and nevertheless have the same amount of money as a good lawyer. So I was looking into the industry. At that time, it was a big company where everybody was just screaming and getting up and saying, "Oh, I'm excited!" And I was just saying, "Oh God, it's like Scientology. This is not my way of doing it." But later on, I got into this industry by chance because somebody offered me a product. I tested it myself, the really old classic fashion way, and it was working perfectly. So I was convinced. I was starting to do it. It was an American company, but the compensation plan was quite bad. It means the idea of doing network marketing is also to have a residential income sooner or later. And with this company, it was not possible. I was in the highest position after half a year with absolutely no experience in network marketing, because I think everybody can do it. When you're convinced of a product, you talk with other people about it. It's all you need to do. Then the results are coming. You're excited. You're sharing your own excitement, and the people feel it. They believe it. They test it. They have their own results, and then it's just the way it works. Everybody can do it. It's really the most easy business in the world, and I think really the most fascinating one. And in that old company, the problem was when you were not having 6 managers in the same month, and everybody had a certain amount of points, let's say $2,000 a month, and one was breaking away, you lost already $10,000 a month. So you were always chasing to find new people. And when you're building on the left, they were falling down on the right. And so I said, okay, but this is not the idea of network marketing, because now I have to work the same amount like in any other company. And then I found Lifewave. But maybe you want to ask another question then.
I do. Okay. So, what made you pick Lifewave? Because obviously you've come from a company now, you're looking very, very carefully at the compensation plan because you do not want to have the same experience. So, what attracted you to Lifewave?
Well, first of all, the products, because you have products which are working, you feel something, you see something, and you have the medical proofs. So what can be better? Every deaf and dumb can sell it, because you just need to patch and the people have the results, and they do not believe what you tell them. They only believe what they feel. And therefore, I started with the energy enhancer. At that time, somebody came over. I love water sports, wakeboard, water skiing. This is my thing. And this morning I was already 1.5 hours out here on the Mediterranean Sea for doing some nice slalom, and I love it. And of course, after let's say 15 minutes, the energy just gets a bit lower, because it's quite tempting for the body. You have to have quite a lot of condition and muscles. And so this guy asked me how many push-ups you can do. And I said, well, something between 35 and 40. And he said, okay, take off your shirt. And he patched me with the energy enhancer on the lung 1 points and said, come down, go on the ground, just do push-ups. And I said, what? He said, don't talk, just do it. And I was just doing, and I was ending with 48, 49. And he said, okay, you can stop. I said, what is this? How is this going to happen? And he said, yeah, magic, huh? This is at the patches. So I had immediate proof even before he started talking with me. And I just thought, wow, that is amazing. Everybody can get this message across, because you don't even have to talk, because people feel it immediately. And at that time, that's now almost 17 years ago, Lifewave was not in Europe. We didn't have a CE certification. We didn't have any kind of logistics center, nothing. So you had to order in the United States. It went through the custom. The patches were big like this. And I used it. I loved it. I had a few people who also used it. I was, of course, signed up as a distributor because it was the cheapest way to get them. But I realized, no, that's not my business at this time, because when I don't have a CE certification, how I want to make a big wave, and then what happens when the product is not legalized. So Lifewave had to do some homework, and they did. In the meantime, I was working for another network marketing company. I used the patches for myself. I had amazing results with my sports. I just felt 10 years younger, full of energy. It was just stunning. And then a friend of mine called me and said, Jan, you know that you have 44 or 45,000 distributors in your left leg, and that Lifewave has now a CE certification, and they have a logistics center in Ireland. I said, no, I didn't know. And she said, okay, log into your back office. I said, back office? I don't remember. And she said, okay, write to Lifewave. They should send you your login details. I did, and I saw 44,800 people in my downline in one leg. And I thought, whoa, this is a sign. This is a sign. I should really do this, because, I mean, this is like the donkey with the carrot in front of his nose, because I just said, okay, when I move now a little bit, then I can get quite a lot of commissions when I just build up my pay leg and not the power leg. And then I looked at the compensation plan, and I saw this plan. I couldn't believe it. Binary, paying in the unlimited depths. And it just said, this cannot be true. You just have to have 55 points a month to be paid into the unlimited depths. And I just thought, well, something cannot be correct, but it was. I didn't find till today, 17 and a half years later, I still didn't find the point where something not working. And so I started building it. And yeah, what should I say? I signed up more than 560 distributors myself. And I have an organization around 128,000 distributors. So I'm the number one in Europe. It went quite well. And it makes so much fun to help people to live a healthier, a better life with holistically much higher quality in life that I just can't stop it. I was stopping it for a few years in between. My children were small. I was taking really a lot of time with them. And the business was still just residential. And I just said, wow, amazing. And now, since 1 year, I'm completely on the wave of X39 and X49 again. Also a little bit encouraged through this amazing success which Lifewave has in the United States and in Asia. And I said, okay, we are here in Europe, we are sleeping. This is not fair and this is not correct. We have to change this. And now I made several television interviews in a Swiss health channel, and it's just exploding. And I love it, because you get so quickly results. There are people who are really extremely ill and have chronic diseases for 20, 30 years. The classical school medicine can't help them. And you say, okay, everybody is its own universe. I can't promise you anything, but, just try it. What can happen? It cannot get worse. And they try it. And after partially, I just had a testimonial from somebody with polyneuropathia. And he was full of pain since 12 years. He patched, and after half an hour, his pain level went from 10 to 3. And these are the moments for which you live, because it really makes you feel that it has a sense what you're doing. You're making a difference in other people's lives. And this is just amazing, and that makes fun. And therefore, I'm here, and I love it. And I can just encourage everybody to go on the same journey, because you really change many people's others' lives to better, and you earn, or you can earn a lot of money backwards as a kind of saying thank you for what you do for making this world a better place. And so I think this is just the perfect job to do.
Absolutely. So you've been with Lifewave right from the very beginning, as we've just heard, and there was no X39, X49. This has really changed the whole company, our businesses, the way we help people. We have the only wearable stem cell technology on the market. How have you seen the trajectory changed? How have you seen, and what do you feel is going to? You've seen the whole company transform from having no real scientific background, them having to do their homework, which they did, and then just this whole build to the X39, now X49, set to really set sportsmen like yourself, just amping up stamina and performance. How do you see it going in the future?
Well, I mean, when you have a leader, a president of the company, or let's say the owner of the company, and a genius inventor, a highly spiritual person like David Schmidt, then you don't have to worry about the company. It will just it's just the beginning of what he's able to do. Of course, to be able to do all this, you need also some kind of resources, also financial resources. But the bigger Lifewave gets, the more turnover the company does, the more resources the company has, and the better now David Schmidt can really spend his time in the lab, thanks to Meredith and all the team around her. And that means he's now really putting his full potential into his new projects, into his new studies, and into his new products. And this is, of course, absolutely rocking the company on a completely new level. When we started, I mean, it was a bit complicated. We had 12 different patches after a while. Every patch you had to patch on other acupuncture points. They were all great products, yeah, no questions asked. But how you want to duplicate a business when you have to say, okay, this you have to put on the liver 3 and the other one in the back, and this here, da, and da. And everybody was just saying after a while, okay, can you tell me again, this is 5 different patches which I have. What was this for? And this? And it was just more for therapists. And therapists loved it, of course, but it was, when it's not easy to duplicate, you will never have really a growth in the way exponential like it should be in network marketing. And with X39, this was really a completely game changer, because it doesn't matter where you patch. It just, you put it somewhere on your body and it's just working, and people feel results, some after half an hour, some others latest after 1 or 2 weeks. Additionally, if it's a final customer, a 90-day money back guarantee. So where's the risk? Just to try it. I mean, nothing can get worse, and it can just improve your own quality of health. So that is just completely amazing. And nobody else in the industry has a similar product. So I know some of the projects David is working on, and I can just guarantee this will absolutely rock the company on a new level, and the billion is definitely very close to come.
Fantastic, really fantastic. So there is a wonderful scenario around, and we know because we hear it from lots of people day in and day out. So they always say that people at the top, people who have joined 18 years ago, are the only ones that really make money in network marketing. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think, of course, it is an advantage when you have in a binary plan a leg which is just building through spillover. But nevertheless, I have distributors, we say now brand partners, who joined the company 1 year ago and who are also earning a 5 digits a month without any problems. I mean, everybody has the same chances, and it was never as easy to build the Lifewave business as it is today. And when we think how many people have never heard about Lifewave, this are around 99.95% of all people in the civilized world. So let's say there's a lot of work to do. But now it's possible, because now Lifewave is capable of handling this. We have all the logistics centers all over the world, the production, the staff, everything is really just getting more and more perfect. And so it's even much more easy now to build up the business than it was, let's say, 18 years ago, when we didn't have more or less nothing. It was more an idealistic thing, because you saw the products and you had personal contact with David, and you felt his very spiritual and clean light energy, this energy where you immediately see, okay, this is a man who was inventing this product, so this product must be good. And then this is his own company, so it's just a straight line up to the customer. So that was just very easy to do it. But now we are with all these videos, with the marketing tools, with the currency of each country, we are so much better, so much more easy to build up. I mean, I signed up myself in the last year more than 280 distributors. Yeah, so I'm not stopping. Just show that this is working today the same as it was 18 years ago. It's even much more easy because people changed their mindset. They are now much more open for holistic things. Light therapy is something which is not just spiritual, somehow rare. This is something which comes in the awareness of normal people who believe also in the school medicine, and that it's a great way of combining it. When you're talking about stem cells, almost everybody has heard about it now and knows that it's doing something good. If you read books, I don't know, whatever you want to see. Almost every big influencer is speaking about stem cells today. So, and we have the solution. We have a product which is affordable, which is working, which has been medically proven, and where you have a 90-day money-back guarantee. So it has never been more easy to get really successful in this business like it's now. And therefore, of course, it's completely easy and perfect to start the business now, and everybody can earn the same like we do. It's absolutely not a problem at all. We're just all still at the complete beginning of something gigantic.
I think also, Jan, I always say that Lifewave being a very unique product, number one, really, really amazing to be joining with a company with a one-of-a-kind product, because there's so many competitors out there. We've got so many MLM companies and they're all competing with the same thing. They've all got supplements or something very similar. Yeah. So it's a very unique product on the one side. On the other side, we have so many amazing tools and skills that we can learn now that we never had before. I must say that I think, I also started network marketing some 35 years ago when I was introduced to a shake. And at the time, we could only speak to people that we knew and we could come in contact with. We didn't have social media. There was no, StreamYard, Zoom. So it's opened up this platform for us to really encourage growth way more easier if people do the work. And I think that's the real thing that stops people from really growing their network marketing businesses, is the work. They don't realize that it requires you to be present. So also another thing,
right, Mandy.
You've got an incredibly large organization. You don't need, as you've just explained, you don't really need to work. So your need to work going forward is really just to help people. And you can see that it's, why wouldn't you? Because I mean, there's a little phrase, if you got this far, why wouldn't you go slightly further? Why wouldn't you help another 200 or something brand partners come in and change their lives? So what keeps you really going every day?
Well, I think, as I said already, these are the testimonials you receive. And you see people are crying and it touches you. It touches yourself also. As I just said, this guy with his testimonial, which I received yesterday, with the fibromyalgia, and the other one with the neuropathy, pain chronically since more than 10 or 15 years, and they patch and the pain is reduced from 10 to 3. This is really a completely change in your quality of life. And we can help people to feel this. And this is just an amazing feeling. It makes you almost addicted to help more. It's what the idea was when people wanted to become doctor, for example. But the thing is, many times they don't experience this because being a medical doctor is much more complicated. And we can really just do it, patch and see the results. And this is just stunning. And yeah. I cannot imagine to stop this, because we are just creating a big wave, and this wave has to go around the world because everybody needs our patches. And absolutely, therefore, if you don't do this, it would be just a small kind of crime, because you're not helping people in need around you. And
we say the same thing in our team.
Of course, you earn more money. You can say one day, okay, today, whatever, I want to go out with the boat. It's a working day. It doesn't matter. Yeah, of course you can do this. But just to work every day 4 or 5 hours doesn't hurt to anybody. But when you feel satisfied and happy about what you do, then of course you will not stop it. And so here I am. And I can just promise to everybody who comes to Europe or to Spain or who needs some kind of support, you can always contact me. Even if it's in another line, it doesn't matter, because at Lifewave we are one big family and we're all helping each other. And That's the way it works, and it's great.
So I want to share something with you as well. So also a wonderful testimonial. A wonderful lady had neuropathy 5 years. That was not diabetic related. We placed the X39 patch, and within the day, there was no pain. She'd also been taking some cannabis, which was not working for her in the end. And she was in tears. And that's exactly why I do it, is to truly help. And we know that people can get the most incredible results when you are using, in particular, our X39 patch. And that's why we have to continue doing what we're doing. And we say the same thing, Jan. We say that at the end of the day, it's sacrilege not to be able to share this. Yes, many people may not be able to afford it. That is just life, unfortunately. But what is the value? You know, so many people spend so much money on so many other things not to actually get those results. So very amazing. Yeah. So, okay.
Absolutely.
So there's, say?
Yeah. I mean, I sign up many clients as brand partners to make it at least 30% more cheap for them. And they're very thankful for that, to showing this opportunity. I mean, I don't need and I don't want to earn the money as a customer. I want to help people, and they share it with others. And of course, when they can buy the products as a brand partner, it's much better, it's much cheaper, and therefore much more affordable, and therefore we can help more people. And I think this is the right message to bring across.
Exactly. We do the very same thing. So what do you say to so many people out there who refer to us as the pyramid scheme? Because this is the standard response you get from someone. And in fact, the other day, I got a wonderful athlete who could definitely benefit. But because it was an MLM and because it was in inverted bracket for him, the pyramid scheme, he just said, I'm not interested. So he bypassed the value as an athlete to use a product that is amazing just because of his belief of it as a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, of course, this is what everybody hears in network marketing all the time. And I'm just saying, okay, usually people say it's a Ponzi scheme, it's a snowball, it's a pyramid. And I say, yeah, it's a pyramid. Absolutely. Now, imagine you have a big company. Let's say in South Africa, there's a BMW. And I say, okay, how many people are producing the cars and how many people are as a CEO working in that company? You have 10,000 working as a CEO, and one is just manufacturing and producing and screwing the car together? Or is it that you have maybe a board of leaders of 5 or 10 people, but there are 500 or 1,000 working and producing the cars? And then I just wait what they say. And usually they say, well, of course, many more people are producing the cars. And I say, okay, what is it then? It's a pyramid. There are just a few people on the top leading, having the responsibility, and all the rest is underneath. And this is the normal way of any company in the world. This is the way it works. But in Lifewave, it's not that the people who are higher in the position automatically have to earn more money. It's not that we take the money away from the people who are underneath us. Everybody has exactly the same chances. And if you're starting, for example, with a diamond package, you get even your own packages and your own patches subventioned, and you get them much cheaper, about 17 euro more cheap than I, as somebody who has 128,000 distributors in the downline. Yeah. So where is this Ponzi scheme in it, when you can give back the products without any reason for 90 days? You don't have any risk. You don't have to spend much money to start. You can start with a bronze package if you want. If you don't have any more money, then you sell a few patches, you earn money, you upgrade to whatever, gold or something, step by step, and it doesn't cost you 1 cent more as if you would start right from the beginning as a diamond, because the company really supports people who are starting. I mean, what's the deal? Which other company is doing this? And then usually this conversation is already over.
Agreed. So for those of the people that are obviously going to be watching our wonderful summit and are looking to obviously join a company, build their network marketing business, what are your thoughts to those people when they start? Because, you know, we know, and I don't mince my words when I speak to people, I say to them, this is hard work. Yes, many of them can come in with your wonderful story when you eventually realized, oh, I've got like 44,000 people below me, but it doesn't always happen to everyone. We have to get out there and we have to work. What are some of the things that you could share?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is when you have a vision, never give up. Never give up your dreams. Yeah, it's always worth to fight for your own dreams. And of course, everybody who got successful in life had also um, moments where there was not so much success. Yeah, that's completely normal. I do not know how many no's I received during the last 17 years, a few thousand minimum. I mean, it's not only that your own friends are laughing about you and just thinking, ha 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 ha, what a silly thing you're doing. Hello, you studied laws and economics, yeah. You could work as a real professional and you do network marketing. This is just so insane. Even my parents felt ashamed for me. They had problems in explaining it to their nice friends that their son is working in network marketing. They couldn't even bring it across their lips. But you know, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. When you're just having your own vision, your own dream, and you know how you want to create your life, then just do it. Of course, you never know. Is it the first? Is it the second? Or is it the 99th who's understanding the message? But the good thing is we have a product which everybody needs, and we can get also many brand partners who have been first trying the product. So they are first convinced by the product, and then they see as it worked for them, as they have now a higher living quality of their health, that this is also something, a message to get across to others. And so that's the moment where it starts to be interesting to get in the business. It's not that in other companies where you can just sell the business opportunity, but the product is just somewhere on the third or fourth position. This makes it much, much more easy for us. And if somebody says no, I always say, I can well understand that you say no. It just sounds too good to be true, right? You can't believe that it could be really true. Therefore, you say no, you're skeptical. And that's a good way because only people who are skeptical can be really convinced of something. May I ask you a final question? When you would feel it on your own body that these patches are working, that you have more energy, that you can sleep better, that your pain gets reduced, whatever this was a topic about which we were talking before, would this not convince you? And if you could just try it, not only one day, and you say, oh, this was maybe just by chance that it was working today, maybe I just imagined it. No, you can test it 30 days and you will see 30 days you feel better. You feel just 10 years younger. And then you're convinced, aren't you? And wouldn't it be great then to say, wow, thank you that you have been so resistant, even that I said no at the beginning. And then I just shut up. Because when you start continuing talking and talking and talking, people will not listen anyway anymore. You just have to ask an open question when you would see it, that it works by yourself or by your beloved ones around you. Would it not really convince you? And then that's it. Stop. The question has to work in the brain and they have to answer yes. Of course, if you even answer no, I'll say, okay, no problem at all. I wish you a great life and I wish you that all your health problems get solved somehow, some way, through a wonder. I just wanted to give you a help how you could do it. It's just an option when you don't want to take it. No problem at all. It changed my life and the life of millions of people to the better when you don't want to try it. But just don't tell me more about your health problems. I will not hear it anymore. And that's it. The next one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, this was absolutely amazing, Jan. Thank you so much. I know that your time is really minimal, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's amazing information. So great to connect with you. I really look forward to meeting you sometime, either in Europe or otherwise in the States. So have a
Yeah.
fantastic day going forward, and we'll speak soon.
Thank you, Mandy. Maybe you come to Orlando with several people of your team, then we will meet definitely
I
already
am
in October.
next year.
Great. All the best. And I think you will surely build up a great organization in South Africa and all over the world, of course. You have the
Absolutely.
right spirit and everybody feels your excitement. And this is the only thing you need with Lifewave is to be excited. And everybody else gets automatically,
Excited
yeah,
with me.
this virus, this positive virus of just spreading it around the world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jan. So lovely to meet with you, and have a fantastic day going forward.
The same for you. Thank you, Mandy.